Hey guys, Pat with RAVEK. In this installation video, I'll be installing these white Apex running lights on this Can-Am Defender. Now when you unpack your kit for your Ranger, here's what's inside. 2 Apex light assemblies, 2 power harnesses, 2 extension harnesses, 2 tube adapters, 2 straps, a bag of wire ties, 2 pieces of double-sided tape, 2 flat washers, 4 6mm button head cap screws, 2 10mm button head cap screws, alcohol wipes, and promoter wipes. Now the tools required, very simple. If you want a nice clean assembly, grab those side cutters, clean up your zip ties. If you're also doing a nice clean assembly with the screw-in method, you're going to want 11 32/2" drill bit, a 1/4" drill bit, and of course, your drill. Now, let's install. All right, the first step for installation is we need to attach our power harnesses. There's 2 of them in the kit to power. Now, on a Can-Am, that is located behind this panel here. So we want keyed ignition off the bus bar. On a Can-Am, it's actually a ring terminal located right here. Usually this covers over it, and I already flipped it up out of the way for you. So that's a 10mm. And we'll attach the ring terminal or power harness, one to the positive side and one to the negative side. You want a 10mm deep well socket to make this happen. Now this is keyed, so it shouldn't be hot as long as your key is off. But if you happen to forget, all right, our power harnesses are now secured. Next step is going to determine where we're going to mount our Apex lights and then run our extension harnesses back up under the dash to make our connections. All right, before we route our extension harnesses, we need to determine where we're going to mount our Apex lights. And there's 3 ways to mount them. So let's take a look. I'm going to show you the 3 different ways to mount Apex lights to your vehicle. Roll bar mount with a strap, flush mount with adhesive, and flush mount with a screw-in. Now, to mount your Apex lights to a tube or a roll bar, I'm going to show you the steps. And notice we get your Apex lights flat back. Included in the kit is this beveled back. We'll want to attach this to the Apex light. You can orient your wire on either side, depending on where you're mounting it. And this beveled back, it'll only go on one way. It is tapered. And you kind of feel it lock into place. When it's in place, grab your short panhead screws and secure it to the back of the Apex light. Now, when you mount an Apex light to a round tube, we recommend using a combination of the strap and the 2-sided tape. So to attach our 2-sided tape, there's a non-branded side and a branded side. The non-branded side will go against your Apex light. But before we do that, we want to make sure our surface areas are clean. So you're going to first grab your alcohol wipe, and we're going to give our Apex light a quick wipe. And you'll also wipe whatever surface area you're going to be mounting the light to as well. Let that dry a little bit. And grab your primer wipe. You're going to repeat the process on our Apex light and also on the surface area you'll be mounting it to. Now your surface areas are ready for maximum adhesion of this 2-sided tape. Again, blank side against the Apex light. What I like to do is just start the back end a little bit This will allow me to get it lined up and not have it looking wonky when you're done. So if it's looking good, you can just peel back that backing tape and give it a good squeeze. Now I'm ready to mount this light to our tube. Now with my backing tape applied to my beveled plate, it's time to mount the apex light to my round tube. I'm gonna mount it up high on this tube right here. And just how I applied the backing tape to the apex light, I'm gonna do the same process to the roll tube. So get it started. I like to always work top down. Peel back a little like this. Now I'm gonna go just below this well, but wherever you're mounting it, get it started, and then grab that backing tape and peel back. That way you can keep it straight all the way back. Add a good squeeze. And with round tube mounting, although this 3M two-sided tape is extremely durable, I mean, you can see that. For added security, we'll take our straps, go through the slot, around the tube, strapped in place. Now my apex light is secured to the roll bar. All that's left to do is plug it in, see if it works. Nice. And we'll check our flash modulator. Beautiful. It's that easy, kids. 500 times brighter than your standard razor light. Now all it's left to do is come back in with some zip ties, route this wire so it's not touching anything hot or anything moving, and we're good to go. All right, here are the steps to screw mount your apex lights to your vehicle. Now we happen to be using a Polaris razor, but the process is the same no matter your vehicle. Once you determine where you're gonna mount the apex light, first step, clean the surface area. So we got our alcoholic swab. You'll notice, looks like we've already had something mounted here. That's because we have. We've been durability testing these apex lights on this razor all season long. And so we're gonna pretend those holes aren't there. Next step, take our primer pad and prime the area. Then we'll go to our two-sided tape. We recommend, again, two forms of fastening this. You're gonna use the tape as well as the screws. Nice thing about the tape, these holes are gonna serve as your pilot holes to drill through the material. Remember, non-branded side will go against our apex lights, so the branded side will go against the vehicle. Make sure it's oriented correctly. If you want your lights, the wide part at the top, wide part of the tape should be at the top, and vice versa. That's how I'm gonna mount this one. So our surface area is clean. Again, I like to start at the top. And if you want, you can place your tape on your vehicle and make a few marks so it is square or lined up exactly where you want it. There we go. Make it easier so it's nice and square. Now, this will serve as your template to drill your holes. Our holes are already there, so we'll pretend I drilled them. Next, take your apex light. Your 11/32 inch or the larger hole will be where you route your wire. The smaller hole, the 1/4 inch, will be where you secure it with the fastener. So the tolerances are just right. Push our wire through. There we go. Once that's looking good, I can peel this tape off. And a little piece there in the way. Get it lined up. Now, what I like to do now is grab my fastener and route that through the back side before I put the light in place. It just helps me see everything that's going on. I like to get my fastener through the hole. That's going to help guide my apex light onto the two-sided tape. Otherwise, if you put your light down on the tape before your fastener's in place, you may have a struggle getting it started. Now, My fastener's started. I'm on the tape. Square. Give that a good push. Now I can grab my 4mm from the back side and secure it. And remember to put your fender washer on the back side. Give it a few turns, get it snug. That'll cinch our apex light down to that two-sided tape. And we are ready to plug it in, give it a test. Nice clean install, means that's not going anywhere. We'll plug it in. Nice. We have modulator in line. Got the flash. There you have it. Surface mount apex lights with the screw-in method. Now another way to install apex lights is a flat surface mount using just the two-sided tape, no screws. This is a quick, easy way to do it if you got a place where routing the wire, you can kind of hide it nice, makes sense. It's a perfect way to do it. All right, to do this, pretty simple. First thing you want to do is you want to take your alcohol wipe, just clean up the light assembly itself, and given that it's probably new, it's pretty clean. And then you're also going to want to take this alcohol wipe and clean whatever surface of the vehicle you're going to be mounting it to. All right. Once that's done, you're going to take your promoter or your primer wipe. This is going to, as it sounds, promote better adhesion. So do the same to your light and the same to your surface area. Once that's done, you're going to thread your two-sided tape through your wire harness here from the apex light. There's two holes you can line it up, you'll see on your apex light. One hole is for mounting, one hole is for the wiring harness. Again, your tape is tapered, it'll only go on there one way, and you'll want to use the non-branded side against the light, as such. So I'll peel back the backing tape, stick this to my light, peel the tape off again, adhere it to the vehicle. And it can be a little tricky with the wire in there. What I like to do is get it started like this, peel back a portion of it, get it square. And then kind of rip it right around that wire coming from the apex light. And get it lined up, give it a good press, and now we are ready to install this light on any flat surface you choose. And I'm going to position it right here. I'm going to run the wire down below the fender lip and connect it to the harness. So before I do, I want to take my alcohol wipe. You clean up the surface a little bit, especially if you got like Armor All or something on there that you've been cleaning your vehicle. Now to apply the apex light surface mount to the vehicle, I'm going to again put it right here. I've cleaned this surface area with my alcohol wipe and my primer. I've got my two-sided tape attached to my apex light. I've peeled back vacuum tape part way so I can handle it on the back side without getting all sticky. Get my light lined up where I want it. It's centered. Once it's all in place, I can peel the rest of the backing tape away. My tape removed. Give it a good push. And now before I button everything up and get my wires routed cleanly, I think it's time to give it a test first. As AC/DC said on Let There Be Rock, let there be light. 300% more light to be accurate. That is gonna look sick. We went with the bar mount on this Can-Am. So our next step now is to route our extension harness from our apex light up to our power harness. What I like to do is to route the wire from here back to the power harness, so any extra wire I can bundle up, zip tie, and get out of the way. So the first step to do that is we're going to need to remove this top panel. And to do that, there are 2 push pins and a couple of Torx underneath the fender. Those are Torx 30s, and then just a plunger plug back here that'll just pop off. So I'll get my push pin pliers, get started on that. Now these two Torx 30s are located up under the fender well and actually pointing back towards you. So you kind of got to get them by feel. All right, with my two fasteners removed from the back side up in the fender well, and these two push pins on top, this top fender panel will just pull forward and slide out. Set that out of the way, and you're gonna route your wires from the apex light. You're gonna go down through this hole, the panel I just created. So that'll get you in behind the grill, and then we'll come up around the pillar and then behind the dash. So I'm gonna get my extension harness and start making that route. All right, I've routed my extension harnesses up from under the hood, around the pillar. And if you take a close look, there's a small grommet right here. And that's where you're gonna push them through, and that will give you access to behind the dash. Now, depending upon where you mount your apex lights, especially on the passenger side, you may need to add in an additional extension to your harness. I have finally routed my extension harnesses from behind the dash up to my power harnesses. Remember, we connected these early on to the ring connector on the bus. So now all we need to do is to plug and play. Clean up these wires, tuck them back up inside, slide this back up, snap it into place, and we will be ready to test the system. Let's power them on. Boom. Oh, they look great. So much brighter than stock. Nice diffused light, no hot spots, dustproof, waterproof, and of course, unlimited lifetime warranty. Now I'll come back, get some zip ties, tidy everything up, make sure it's nice and clean, nothing hot, no rotating parts. We'll be done. I hope this video was helpful for you. And remember, you can check out all of our products online at ravek.com. Until then, see you on the trail.